Cowboys Nation, welcome back to our channel. We are here to talk to you and preview Seattle versus Dallas game. We are going to Seattle. Seattle is 2-0. Cowboys are 1-1. Yep. Both teams coming off a great win last week. I mean, I don't think we can talk enough about Cowboys and Atlanta game, but Seattle had a good win, stopped Patriots on a 4th down to win the game. So we're both coming off momentum games. So It's going to be a big game. One of the biggest factors is not having 12th man.
Yes. When we started the schedule early on in the season, that's what you're always worried about. Going up to Seattle is always a tough place to play. It's loud. Your offensive snap count, everything's off. So I'm glad there'll be no fans. Evens the playing field just a little bit, but it's still Russell Wilson and the Seahawks are playing really good right now.
Russell Wilson's having a good season. I mean, we are just 2 weeks into the season, but there's already MVP talks about him.
Dating back to last year.
Even passing Patrick Mahomes this year. So let's talk about what we normally do. We do an offense versus defense, defense versus offense, and our predictions.
Yeah.
So let's start off with our offense versus their defense. So I'm going to say it. I think that both of our teams are very similar. So what we talk about is going to be the same thing, just opposite team. They have a high-powered offense. We have a high-powered offense. Their secondary is not playing to their potential. And other than Jamal Adams, I mean, we all know the whole drama in offseason. We all wanted him. He's there. So I think he's going to try to overcompensate, if that's the word, or overplay against Dallas.
Yeah,
I think he's
the same way Earl Thomas did when he wanted to come here, and he took full advantage of that by a little extra motivation. That's what's going to happen here. Jamal Adams has a little extra motivation. He's hearing things out of Texas about him that he doesn't like. You know, he's from Texas, so he's going to want to put it all on the line against the Cowboys. Our offense is playing really great right now. Dak is playing at an MVP level also. You know, not just Russell Wilson. Dak is playing great, and our offense is able to move the ball.
Yep.
You saw it last week against Atlanta. We can move the ball at will against people. We have the weapons. Now this is where it gets great. It's good for us. Is because we have the weapons on the outside, and Seattle's gonna have a hard time matching up. And their secondary is very weak right now. They gave up, I think, almost 400 yards of Cam last week.
Yeah.
And you know that they struggle to have weapons, and the Cowboys have a bunch of weapons to use. So I believe the Cowboys' offense will have success. I don't see a big day for Zeke because I know Seattle's great in the run defense. Right, Bobby Wagner and them, and Jamal Adams likes to play in the box and roam around. So I know he'll be on Zeke like, you know, white on rice. So that's where we got to be careful with our running game. Don't overcompensate on the running game. You know, exploit their secondary. Throw the ball. I believe, in my opinion, CeeDee Lamb's going to have a big game this week.
I think all of our receivers, I mean, last week Amari and CeeDee Lamb both had 100 yards against Atlanta secondary. I think we can get the same thing this week.
Right.
Again, like you said, they have a better run defense, so Zeke might not get his looks as he normally would, which we love to give him. But you know what? We game plan per team. I mean, he's been practicing his catching abilities this season. He's been working on that game. I think that helps. I would love to see Tony Pollard actually make an impact on this game. I think this is the game that he can do something.
Right. I believe our running, I believe that our running backs will have an impact in this game, but not that good in the running game. I think they'll be able to catch the ball out the backfield and create some stuff. But another thing that about our offense against their defense is that their defensive line, they don't really have that stellar pass rusher. Like last year they had Clowney and Nzigyansa. So it will help us out on our ends, or our tackles, where we have Brandon Knight and Turner Steele playing, young guys still trying to feel their way in. So that helps them a lot. There's no big time defensive end they have on their superstar where we'd have to worry about that. So our tackles will be able to do their thing. That's what I'm saying. I believe our offense is going to be able to move the ball through the air really good.
Let's hope that we do what we did last week when we made the adjustments. We did the up tempo that gave the tackles that time, and we moved the ball. I think that's what we need to do, is we need to just move the ball and score. I think it's going to be a high scoring game.
Definitely. We're going to put up points on offense for sure.
Definitely. So let's reverse it back. Let's talk about their offense versus our defense. And again, I'm going to say it's very similar to our offense. They have Chris Carson, Tyler Lockett. They have DK Metcalf. They have Greg Olsen. Russell Wilson is playing lights out right now. So they're going to have a very similar offense to ours against our secondary right now, which is injury prone. I mean, Trayvon Diggs is injured. We have Anthony Brown's out. Chidobe is injured. I mean, just I don't know. Like
we're looking at I think it'll be probably Diggs and Jordan Lewis with Worley playing at corner. and you might see some Brandon Carr in this game.
That's what. So
you might see him rotating with Jaren Thompson, and then you're gonna have Xavier Woods, who's having a great season back there in the secondary. But our defense is not performing the way we wanted them to in the offseason. When we saw all the big names, all the acquisitions we had, we said this defense is gonna be good.
Yep.
I still believe this scheme. We're gonna learn it. Jalen Smith came out and said that this scheme was too complex. I don't understand that. We wanted a complex defense. We wanted different looks at the line of scrimmage. Yes. So I don't understand what he's saying by that. I mean, maybe he's saying that because he's struggling, because the defense is struggling. But yeah, so I believe our defense is going to have a hard time. Mm-hmm. Russell Wilson is playing MVP level. We know that that's our weakness. It's going to be a high-scoring game. We need a pass rush. The main thing when you go against Russell Wilson is containing him. Contain Russell Wilson. You let him out the pocket, he's going to hurt you. Mm-hmm. We've got to contain him.
We have to, and I think this is the time that we need to gel together. I think this is the moment in the weeks. I mean, week 1 and 2, we talked about it in our previous video. The defense hasn't gelled together. This is the game that we have to put all the working pieces together and get it moving. We talked so much about depth, and we had depth and so much players that we acquired during off season that we were like, yes, well, look, we have Everson Griffin, Dontario Poe, Aldon Smith. I think this is the time we need to get everything together. Because like you said, if we get Russell Wilson out of that pocket, he will hurt us.
Right. This is the week where the pass rush is going to have to step up.
Yeah.
We need the pass rush as much as we can get it. In any game this year, this is where we're going to need the guys.
We need Demarcus Lawrence to do what we paid him to do. This is the week that he needs to make that difference.
Yeah.
We've been waiting for it all last year. We've been waiting it so far for this year. Like, we paid him $90 million. He needs to get to Russell Wilson, and that's the only way we're going to hold them.
Well, I mean, this week, Everson Griffin was talking about they're going to go back to putting their hands down in the ground and pass rushing instead of standing up in the 2-point stance and trying to rush the passer. So we'll see what happens. But the key to our defense, slowing down that offense, is going to be our pass rush.
Yes.
If we don't have a pass rush, that secondary is going to get shredded. And Metcalf is a mismatch out there. That guy is big. He's strong. Huge. He's fast.
He's huge.
We know our guy is Diggs. Yes. People that follow us, they know we love Trayvon. We love Diggs. But he's gonna have a tough matchup this week.
He will. I mean, he's been doing good. He's been holding his own.
He held his own
for the last 2 weeks. I mean, he is a rookie. He didn't have preseason. We didn't have minicamp. So for what he has done in the time that he's done is good. But again, DJ Metcalf, Lockett, those are, I mean, this is the same thing like Julio, Calvin Ridley. We're going against high-powered offense, high-powered
both offenses are going to put up points and yardage in this game.
I think it's going to be a high-scoring game.
Yes.
So on that note, let's do our predictions. What do you predict?
As a Cowboys fan, I never, rarely go against my team.
Ever.
But I could see maybe like a 35-40 game. I could see Seattle is taking it on at home. I'm just concerned for our defense and our secondary. And if the pass rush shows up, I believe we can win the game.
So again, I'm not going against Cowboys. So Cowboys will win. I will say it, but I think it's going to be a close game. So our win is going to be like 38-34.
I could see that.
Like a very close, high scoring, but very close game.
Yeah, it's gonna be close.
Because we're playing ourselves in a different uniform.
It's gonna be a shootout. I think Mike McCarthy came out earlier in the week, said something about that he was gonna keep attacking. That we're not gonna try to keep the ball in Russell Wilson's hands and play possession ball. We're gonna attack. So I could definitely see this. This is gonna be a high scoring game for sure. Definitely. Shootout.
All right, so that is our preview for Seattle. We want to know what your guys' predictions are, so make sure to comment down below what you think the score is and what you think is going to happen in the game. Make sure to follow us on Twitter. We are almost at 700 followers, so please, please, please tell everybody to follow us. We would love to hear from you guys. We would like to see you in the next video after Seattle, and hopefully our predictions are right.
No, hopefully your prediction.
Hopefully my prediction is
I want to
right.
win, but it's tough.
Hopefully my prediction is right. 38-34, Cowboys come out with the win. We will be 2-1 going to the Browns. So we will see you in our next video, guys. Bye.